You're literally training your nervous system that survival is your default state. You're programming your subconscious with the limitation as a reflex response. My environment reflects spaciousness. Close your eyes, visualize the old trigger happening tomorrow. Be the catalyst for their breakthrough. Stop what you're doing right now, because if there's one episode that completely rewires your relationship with money, abundance, and manifestation, it's this one. I'm about to expose 11 hidden scarcity traps that are secretly broadcasting poverty conscious to the universe 24/7. And I guarantee you're caught in at least 4 of these guys without even knowing it. This isn't some feel-good fluff. This is neuroscience meets manifestation. This is how you literally rewire your nervous system to receive abundance instead of repelling it. So if you've been doing all the vision boards and all the affirmations, but you're still struggling financially, this episode reveals exactly why and how we're going to fix it today. Welcome back to HDL Podcast, your discerning guide to modern spirituality. I'm Jason Rigby, and today we're diving deep into the 11 scarcity traps sabotaging your manifestations. So here's my promise, and I'm giving a promise right now. In the next 15 minutes, you'll identify the exact micro habits keeping you in survival mode. You're going to understand the neuroscience behind why they block abundance, and then you're going to walk away with a proven protocol to rewire your entire relationship with receiving. And we're going to bring in Abraham Hicks, we're going to bring in Neville Goddard, we're going to bring in Dr. Joe Dispenza, because this isn't just spiritual theory. This is practical alchemy for your nervous system. So why micro habits? Well, here's what most manifestation teachers won't tell you. Your conscious mind might be visualizing abundance, but your subconscious is running a completely different program. And that's based on your daily micro habits. Abraham Hicks, she teaches us that the universe does not hear what you want, it hears what you are. And what you are is determined by your predominant frequency. And that is shaped by thousands of tiny choices that you make every single day. Dr. Joe Dispenza explains it perfectly. He says, your body is your subconscious mind. So when you constantly act from scarcity, checking your bank balance, on your phone with anxiety, rationing resources, food, hoarding things, purchasing cheap things, you're literally training your nervous system that survival is your default state. And a nervous system in survival mode cannot access the higher frequencies, cannot access the higher self that's required for manifestation. And Neville Goddard said, your assumptions harden into fact. But your assumptions aren't just your big beliefs. They're embedded, guys, in every micro action you take around money and resources. So I want you to count how many of these you're doing. These scarcity traps. We're going to go through 11 of them quickly. This is about awareness, not shame. So I don't want any of you to feel shameful about this. Trap number 1, the compulsive bank balance checker. You open your banking app multiple times a day, not to celebrate what's there, but to monitor what's leaving. Every notification makes your stomach tighten. So you're attaching emotion. You're literally training your amygdala to associate money with threat. Your nervous system learns that money equals danger. Do you guys get that? That's what you're creating. So how are we going to flip this at? We're going to schedule money dates. We're going to check financials twice a week maximum. And before we do it, we're going to affirm money flows to me with ease. I am supported and sourced. This is the affirmation. Money flows to me with ease. I am supported and sourced. Here's another one, the hot water police. You ration hot water during showers. Maybe you obsess over utility bills. So you've turned basic comfort into a source of anxiety. And what does this create? Your body associates comfort with guilt. So you unconsciously resist receiving anything good in your life. How do we flip this? We choose one daily abundance ritual. Take the long shower. Let the AC or heater go on. I let comfort be safe for me. I am worthy of ease. Do you love that affirmation? Write that down. I let comfort be safe for me. I am worthy of ease. Trap number 3, the gas gauge anxiety manager. You drive on empty, watching that gauge like your life depends on it, mentally resisting the expense of filling up your tank. So what does this create? You're living in constant vigilance. You're broadcasting scarcity as your baseline frequency. So here's how we flip it. Fill up at half a tank. Make full your new identity. My future self stays resource. I arrive prepared. So here's what you do. When your tank gets to half, you pretend like it's on empty and you fill it up. So you always have pretty much almost a full tank constantly. My future self stays resource. I arrive prepared. Trap number 4, the food portion controller. When sharing meals, you unconsciously take more for yourself and give others less. This is pure primal scarcity program. This is evolutionary psychology, guys. Here's what it creates. You're operating from the belief that if someone else gets more, you get less. Do you get that? What you're creating? What your subconscious is creating? This is why you can't manifest. You're operating from the belief that if someone else gets more, then you get less. It's zero-sum thinking. So how do we flip this? You share first. Make generosity your identity statement. This is what you're going to say, especially with your family. We rise together. There's always enough for all of us. Trap number 5, the coupon compulsive. You spend hours hunting deals, not because you enjoy it, but because paying full price feels wrong somehow. Here's what it creates. You're broadcasting unworthiness. I am not worthy of paying what things actually cost. Who cares? Who cares what the price is? The flip, value your time over tiny savings. Use bulk buying for essentials. Invest, save time in skill building. Go to Sam's Club, go to Costco. Enjoy yourself. Isn't your time more important than 32 cents? Trap number 6, the just-in-case hoarder. Your closets are stuffed with cheap items you might need someday. Your space is cluttered with emergency supplies. What this creates, it's visual chaos. It creates cognitive load. It keeps your nervous system in low-grade stress. If it doesn't fit you now, get rid of it. Those closets stuffed full, that's a scarcity mindset. You think it's abundance because you have so much, but most of that that's in your closet is not real. In the sense of what I'm saying, it's you being worried and looking at what you've created basically as a hoarder just in case. So how do we flip this? We curate ruthlessly. We create spaciousness. Space is an invitation for abundance to flow in. Space in your closet, say I want Louis Vuitton in my closet. I want Chanel in my closet. And here's the space. Here's where it's going to be at. See how now we begin to visualize? Now we begin to manifest that in the universe? When it's wham full and you have no space in your closet at all and it's full of $3 and $5 and $10 and $20 items, there's no space for abundance to flow. Trap number 7, the can't afford it. This is the can't afford it broadcaster. Your default response to any invitation or opportunity is immediately, I can't afford it. Before you even check if you can, you're like automatically, I can't afford it. What does this create? You're programming your subconscious with a limitation as a reflex response. So the flip is this, replace with how can I afford this? Or what would need to happen for this to be easy? This is my favorite one, guys. This is a manifestation hack. What would need to happen for this to be easy? Trap number 8, the price apologizer. You discount your services before anyone asks. You over-explain your rates with nervous energy. What this creates is you teach others to question your value. And then you constantly reinforce your unworthiness. So here's the flip. State your price, then silence. Anchor with outcomes. This delivers X, Y, and Z results. Confidence is part of the product. You need to understand that. The price of the product is your confidence and the value that you create. And they can only get that through you. No one else in the world creates that much value and creates that much confidence but you. Trap number 9, the electricity vigilante. You follow family members around, turning off lights, monitoring the thermostat, unplugging everything. You know what this creates? You're living in constant resource monitoring. This keeps your nervous system activated. So how do we flip this? Set reasonable guidelines, then trust. And you're going to tell yourself, and I want you to write this down. If this is your issue, my home is abundant. My home is comfortable. And my home is efficient. How beautiful is that? Trap number 10, the doom scroll economist. You consume endless content about recession and market crashes and inflation, and you feed your mind with economic fear. What this creates, threat priming. Your reticular activating system starts looking for proof of danger everywhere. And depends on what you're scrolling, whatever you look at your phone, this is what it's doing. So if you're watching and doing all this craziness with serial killers and everything else, you're going to be constantly having this proof of danger everywhere. You need to curate your inputs for every negative headline, for every negative post. You need to read one success story. You're like, what? Yeah. You got to balance the field, the yin and the yang, the black and the white. Trap number 11, the last one, guys, the deferred joy specialist. This is a big one. I'm going to do a whole podcast soon on this. When I hit this financial goal, then I'll enjoy life. When I hit this financial goal, then I'll enjoy life. You've made joy conditional on some future financial achievement. So what it creates is you train your body to delay receiving. Joy becomes a future fantasy that's never real. It's some future narcissistic dream. It's not a present reality. So how do we flip this? We're going to schedule joy now. We're going to do it daily. We're going to do it small and guilt-free. I'm going to let my nervous system experience this today. I'm going to go to the gym, and there's no excuse for every single one of you not to have a gym membership. And if you live in an apartment or you live somewhere where there's a free gym, perfect. Some of you have gifts, services, and abilities where you could trade for a gym membership. You need to make that your joy. Get that out of your system. Go for long walks. Take your dog for a walk, whatever it is. What lets you release that nervous energy that's inside of you? So here's the neuroscience of scarcity. Here's what's happening in your brain. Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches that your personality creates your personal reality. Isn't that great, guys? When you think the same thoughts, when you feel the same emotions and take the same actions, you literally create the same life. Every time you act from scarcity, you're strengthening neural pathways, and that reinforces lack. Your brain cannot tell the difference between what's happening in your environment and what's happening in your thoughts. Abraham Hicks put it simply, you cannot think your way to abundance, and you cannot worry your way to what you want. You have to feel abundant to attract abundance. Neville Goddard's secret was this: live in the end, assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Don't live towards abundance, live from abundance. And when you catch these micro scarcity patterns and you flip them, you literally start to rewire your nervous system, and you're going to expect support instead of threat. You're going to expect abundance and overflow instead of lack. And this is a cool part. When you begin to catch these micro scarcity patterns, you're going to catch them more and more and more. You're going to see more and more. And next thing you know, guess what's going to happen? You're going to be living an abundant life. So 5-minute daily rewire protocol. Here you go. Told you I'd be practical. Identify one scarcity micro habit you did today. Name it without judgment. I notice I check my bank account balance anxiously today. Okay. Step number 2, you caught it, the catch, the reset. You're going to breathe 4 seconds in, 4 hold, 6 out. That'll reset your nervous system. It's that simple. 4 seconds in, 4 hold, 6 out. You're going to tell your nervous system, we are safe and we are supported. Some of you that has had a lot of trauma and drama in your life need to say this affirmation 100 times a day until you feel your nervous system deregulate down. And you'll start to feel it if you say this a bunch. We are safe. We are supported. You're feeling it right now when I'm saying it. I'm going to say it again, and I want you to feel this. Close your eyes. We are safe. We are supported. Isn't that magical? It's awesome, isn't it? Step number 3, the flip. Replace with an abundant micro action immediately. If you bank checked anxiously, close the app and transfer $5 to a savings account. And you're going to label it evidence of overflow. Do you get that? So you can make a savings account really quick on your bank and you're going to put $5 in there every time you check your bank account and you have an anxious feeling, and it's going to be called evidence of overflow. And then step number 4, the identity anchor. State from your new identity: I am a person who is abundantly supported. Money flows to me easily. I am worthy of overflow. I love this. This is your new identity, guys. I am a person who is abundantly supported. Money flows to me easily. I am worthy of overflow. And then step 5, the future rehearsal. Close your eyes. Visualize the old trigger happening tomorrow. Watch yourself choose the new abundant response. Feel the emotion of being someone who operates from overflow, not lack. This is how you literally install new software into your subconscious mind. I want you to read this out loud with me right now. This is your new identity declaration. I'm going to put this in the show notes and you guys can read it. But this is a declaration, and this is your new identity. Today, I retire the identity of the scarcity manager. I no longer micromanage lack. I steward overflow. My environment reflects spaciousness. My money circulates and returns multiplied. Generosity feels safe in my body. I am available for ease, for support, for unexpected blessing. I act from completion, not from chasing. I am the person my future needed me to be now. I want you to feel that in your body. That's your new frequency. So, practical homework, and then we're done. Money. Schedule 2 money dates this week. No bank checking outside those windows. Energy. Fill your gas tank at half. Celebrate the feeling of being prepared and keep it at half to full. Half to full. Space. Remove 21 items of just in case or the stupid clutter that you have, stuff that doesn't even fit you anymore. You're going to have enough abundance where it will fit you because you're going to the gym and working out and you're losing the weight. So, and you're going to be able to have so much money, you'll be able to, when you get the exact size you want, you'll be able to buy what you want. Generosity. Give the bigger portion on purpose to someone you love. Number 5, joy. Block 20 minutes of daily joy, non-negotiable. What gives you joy? Is it watching Netflix? What gives you joy? I don't care what it is. Painting, drawing, journaling. What gives you joy? Do that for 20 minutes. Number 6, language. Replace I can't afford it with how can I make this happen? How can I make this happen? And then I just trust the universe. It's going to happen. I'm also going to execute and get busy, but I trust the universe to help me along the way. And then identity. Start and end each day with your abundance declaration. This is in the show notes, guys. You guys will be able to have all this. If this video called you out, and I hope it did in the most loving way, I need you to do these 3 things. First, drop I choose overflow in the comments. Put those in the comments. That's your public declaration. The universe loves witnesses. Second, tell me which scarcity trap caught you completely off guard. I read every comment, and your awareness helps others. And then third, share this with one person who needs to break their scarcity patterns, and you guys help each other with this. Be the catalyst for their breakthrough. And if you really want to get serious, screenshot your calendar with money dates scheduled and tag it in your story on Instagram, because accountability accelerates results. Tag me. I want to see this. And if you want me to create a guided abundance nervous system reset meditation, comment reset and I'll make it happen. Here's the truth. The field responds to who you're being, not who you're trying to be. Today, guys, choose to be the person who is already abundantly provided for. Your abundance is inevitable. Your job is to stop blocking it with these tiny acts of scarcity. Guys, I'll see you in the next video where we're diving into the quantum mechanics of money manifestation. Hit the subscribe button, guys. Check out my related videos. Thank you.